Emma, the latest adaptation of a Jane Austen book starring Anya Taylor-Joy as the protagonist. Since it's a Jane Austen book, it's essentially a rom-com dressed up in period clothes, and while the strictly rom-com parts I thought were flawed and would probably be more appreciated by female audiences, I think that all the rest, the production design, performances, and humor, elevate the film to be pretty solid overall. So, the story takes place in England and centers around several characters that come from different levels of, let's say, aristocracy. Emma Woodhouse, the titular character, is a young, beautiful, rich girl. She's also pretty smart, but she's also rather arrogant and vain. When we first meet her, she concerns herself mostly with arranging relationships between other people, manipulating them to do what she thinks is best for them. One day, news reached the neighborhood of a young heir to a vast estate that will be coming to the countryside soon. He is supposedly handsome, rich, clever, dashing, and all that other jazz, and people say he is looking for a wife. Obviously, that piques Emma's interest, even though she proclaims multiple times that she's not interested in marriage herself. But as the young man comes over, all the other intrigues that Emma has been plotting so far start blowing up in her face. So, there are several things that I liked about the film. First, the production design is terrific. The costumes, locations, music, makeup, hair, the pastel colors used in cinematography, it all just transports you to the world of the film. It made me think of a mix between The Favorite and Wes Anderson films. Second, I think that the acting is great across the board, with the standout performance being Anya Taylor-Joy. She's doing a ton of work with her facial expressions and especially eyes, and really brings the character of Emma to life. Third, I like the writing and then how that writing is put to screen. What I mean is that all of the character dynamics manage to be interesting, and again, particularly Emma has a pretty well defined character arc. She starts off as an incredibly spoiled and vain person to the point of being pretty much unlikable, but then with each comeuppance and failure, she does actually learn and try to become a better person. And it's a believable transition because it doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process where she takes 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and so on and so forth. But she does have that arc of self improvement. And four, I enjoy humor and the subtlety of it. There are many gags sprinkled throughout the film, but most of them are not thrown in your face. They're just there for you to notice, intelligent and elegant. The one thing that I didn't like is the focus on romance as the crucial point of human existence on the planet Earth. It would seem that nothing else matters for the characters except who they marry, and that's, I do think it's a bit dated. But I am willing to accept that, even though it is the central theme, that the backbone of the film, because one, it is an old book that the movie is based on after all, and two, all of the meat around that backbone works so well. I think Emma is a delightful film.